What's going on, guys? Get123 here with more Grand Theft Auto 5, and today I've got some pretty interesting information for you guys. We've got some info regarding a new potential DLC that is coming to Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, actually, I probably shouldn't even use the word potential, because we know that there definitely is more DLC coming. The question really just becomes, a matter of when. Is it going to be a week from now, a month from now, or not until next gen? Well, this information that we've got today actually kind of points to some hope to the very near future, actually. So how did this information arise? Well, it did pretty much like it always did in the past. Some reputable hackers and modders, as I always say, this guy goes by the name of ECB2. Chances are, if you're really into GTA Online and you follow all these, leaked news stories and things, you've probably heard his name before. But anyways, he went into some files for Grand Theft Auto Online, and basically, in the same way that he found the business update, the hipster update, and things like that, in the place where those used to be, we've got something new added, and it is called the MPLTS DLC. So it's got a bit of a code name this time. It's not as straightforward as it was in the past. So really, we don't entirely know what this is going to stand for, but we can try to break it down. Now, before we actually get into trying to decode the acronym, what I would like to say is that we are due for another DLC in Grand Theft Auto Online. As I've said in the past, Rockstar statistically releases a new DLC once about every 28, 29, or 30 or so days. So pretty much once a month, you're seeing a new DLC from Rockstar Games. So far, this actually fits perfectly into the time window as far as DLC goes, so that points to the fact that this probably is real. There's really nothing that raises a red flag where we say, wait, that's impossible, that's too soon, or that's too unlikely, or something like that. It pretty much makes sense that this would be coming out of the woodwork right now. So, like I said, it is titled the MPLTS DLC, so what could that possibly stand for? Well, the first thing that we can get out of the way is the MP at the beginning. It is actually very common for these files in the coding for Grand Theft Auto Online to contain this MP at the beginning. And what this probably stands for is multiplayer. As simple as that, because these are updates for Grand Theft Auto Online. The MP, multiplayer, it pretty much makes sense. Because in the past, we've had like the MP business update, MP blah blah blah, MP blah blah. It makes sense that all of these updates would start with the MP acronym. But what about the LTS? LTS is not quite as straightforward. However, it might kind of look familiar to you. LTS, if you play a lot of Grand Theft Auto Online, you might just kind of remember what that stands for, and it stands for the game mode in GTA Online called Last Team Standing. Now, that's not for sure. It is a chance that that's a coincidence. Maybe it has absolutely nothing to do with Last Team Standing, but at the same time, there's also a pretty good chance that it has to do with that. But how exactly it would affect it and what exactly it would add to the game is really up in the air. But like I said, there's always that chance that it has absolutely nothing to do with that, and maybe it stands for something entirely different. But as of now, there's really no way to tell. Personally, I kind of hope that it's not standing for Last Team Standing, just because if it's an update for that, I don't know. I don't really play Last Team Standing, and I don't think that many of us do. Every now and then, maybe you'll get it in a job list or something like that when you're playing with friends, but I don't really know many people who go out of their way to play Last Team Standing. So, in a way, I kind of hope that it's not something we're expecting. Maybe it's something completely, unexpected that nobody would have even thought of, or maybe in the off chance somehow relating to either heists or the casino update, or at least one of these updates that we've been waiting for a long time, because Grand Theft Auto Online's been out for almost a year now, and we still have no heists. I mean, I always say this, at this point, we are beating a dead horse by complaining about this, because heists were supposed to be out almost a year ago, and I don't even know what Rockstar's excuse is for this, but we're treading water at this point talking about it. Chances are we're gonna have to wait till next gen to actually see heists, and that was Rockstar's plan all along. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to make you aware of this new DLC that's probably coming out pretty soon here. It's the MPLTS DLC. Maybe in the coming days, maybe we'll get some more information on it, and it won't be such a cipher, such a, coded message, but, hopefully we can get some more info on it soon. But I just wanted to bring it to your attention, and tell me in the comments below, what do you think this stands for? Do you think it is multiplayer Last Team Standing, or do you think it's something that really nobody's even thought of yet? I'd like to know your opinions on that. So with that, if you enjoyed the video, please like the video. If you disliked it, then show that dislike button some love as well. But that does it for me, guys. Please stay tuned for more videos in the future. I will see you next time.